Hello and welcome to the channel. With the election barely a few months away, the presidential candidates of the PDP, APC, and LP Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Peter Obi respectively continues to divide opinions in the southeast. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's go. 97 days to election. Obi, Tinubu, Atiku polarize Southeast. The quest for support among the three top contenders for the presidency in the 2023 general election, Peter Obi of the Labour Party LP, Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress APC, and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party PDP are seriously driving a wedge into the unity and cohesion of the southeast geopolitical zone of the country. Emerging signals have accentuated the fact that no segment of the region could speak with one voice on who to support in the presidential election. This was even as the parties in power in the five southeast states, PDP, Enugu and Abia, APC, Imo and Ebonyi, All Progressives Grand Alliance ABGA, Anambra, have employed the instrumentality of their incumbency to either curry support for their preferred candidates or ensure their opponents were denied opportunities to canvass for votes. Surprisingly, even the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization or Ohanense Indigbo, which had before now championed the cause for a Nigerian president of Igbo extraction, is not left out of the polarization sweeping across the zone. Less than 100 days to the polls, the organization has become lame in a project that it has vested resources and time, as it has failed to endorse any of the contestants in the election. Going by its precedents, a properly constituted Ohanense would have been convened by now, where a pronouncement would be made on the candidate of choice among the top contenders and the task placed on the people of the region to mobilize and vote for the person in the elections. It did so for former President Goodluck Jonathan on 2 occasions, as well as Atiku Abubakar in the last general election. However, while the campaigns have intensified, the much the Apex Igbo body achieved when it rose from its National Executive Council (NEC) meeting that held in Owerri last Tuesday, November 15, 2022, was to ask Indigbo to shun sentiments and vote credible candidates in the elections. Meanwhile, sources told The Guardian that the meeting might not hold again until the elections are over. President General of Ohanense Indigbo, Professor George Obiozo, had told reporters after the meeting, "We can only succeed as a people when we are determined to achieve a common purpose, and such a time is now. Igbos have a rendezvous with destiny in 2023, and I am sure history will vindicate us." A source close to Obiozo, however, accused him of showing inclinations towards the ruling party, stressing it will be suicidal for him to contemplate endorsement for any candidate, including those of Igbo stock, with differing interests of the backers of the leadership, even when he had spoken in favor of Igbo presidency in the past. The source explained that the suit recently filed by the Obiozo group against the breakaway faction led by Shidi Ibe, where he is asking for legal backing for his executive, followed heightened fears that some governors and leaders of the region may have become uncomfortable with the group and may be openly supporting opposition against them. The undercurrents in Ohanense notwithstanding, political leaders of the two leading political parties are deploying all the arsenal they can muster to retain their states and checkmate the intrusion of the Labour Party. Notable APC bigwigs such as former Governor Orji Uzor Kalu of Abia State has thrown his weight behind Tinubu. Former Governor Shimaroke Namani of Enugu State, despite being a candidate of the PDP for Enugu East Senatorial District, is also openly canvassing support for former Lagos State Governor. So also are other federal government appointees from the region. At the state level, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma and his Ebonyi State counterpart Dave Umahi have allegedly resorted to economic warfare against those not of APC to advance their cause and win votes for their party. Appointments are extended only to members of the party in the state. Conversely, political campaigns of other smaller parties are attacked, while those of the government in power go on at time. While public facilities are freely used for campaigns of the party in power, those of the opposition are being made to obtain permission and pay fees to be allowed use of public facilities. Campaign billboards are not spared in this direction. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Only recently, a coalition of rights and political groups in Southeast are threatening litigation against Umahi for signing into law Executive Order 3 of 2022, banning the use of primary school premises, marketplaces, and parks for campaigns by political parties ahead of the elections. The governor had insisted that political parties that want to use the school, market, and park facilities must apply and should pay a refundable sum of 5 million naira to the Ministry of Education in the state. Before the signing of the executive order, a 1 million march to show up support for Obi's aspiration was disrupted by security forces that used tear gas on the people. The incident was closely followed by the abduction of a former two-term member of the House of Representatives, Mr. Linus Okorie. Okorie was said to have been abducted by operatives of the state, funded by a Bubiago security outfit, and following public outcry was handed over to the police after he was allegedly tortured. Okorie, the senatorial candidate of the Labour Party in the state, was later arraigned in court. The development was closely followed by that of the ABGA governorship candidate, Professor Bernard Odo, and his supporters who were allegedly attacked by gun-wielding Ebobiago members. The spate of attacks had moved the governorship candidates recently to petition the presidency to seek protection. Close watchers to the development alleged that the attacks on the opposition candidates were part of the ploy to retain Ebonyi State for the APC in all the elections. They insist that allowing their campaigns meant popularizing their candidates in the state and at national level. Recently, the Imo state government announced fees for placement of campaign billboards and posters in the state. Some of the payments that run into thousands include form and processing fees, site inspection fees, billboard approval fees, and politically branded vehicle approval fees. That's the news, guys. Bye.